Pisces. Welcome to your season. Happy birthday. I'm waiting for my new contacts. I had to get a new prescription. So, it's me and my glasses, which is kind of fine. Pisces season is very natural. I love that I can take my glasses off and then my vision is more comfortable because it's what I can take in. It's an interesting time because Mercury is the ruler of your relationships. And Mercury is in Pisces and it is retrograde. And it will cause some confusion. Shout out Wild Oleander in Brooklyn for my Lunar New Year nails. Confusion, Two of Pentacles confusion. Let's look at that. What is that? That is the Pisces fish going in a circle instead of twirling around each other in the spiral, chasing your own tail. Sure, it's the infinity loop, but doesn't it depend what we put in the infinity loop? Doesn't it? I mean, you can mill anything around over and over again, but what's worth putting into that abundance spin cycle? You have to make some decisions. You don't want to, huh? That Two of Pentacles is like so obvious right now. You don't want to. Why not? Too difficult. Ooh. Judgment card. So there's some things you don't want to say. Okay. Some things that you know have to be said. Some things, judgment. Well, look at it again. The karma of it. The way it's like inescapable, the trumpet, even the dead are rising to listen. It's obvious to everyone and everything what is being said is true. So perhaps Two of Pentacles judgment together is not wanting to say something or articulate something even to yourself that you know would cause an irreparable change. You wouldn't be able to go back from it. There's a finality to the judgment card. Oh, I forgot we don't do that anymore. There's a finality to the judgment card. And I can understand the back and forth when it's something that's so important to you. And whatever this is really important to you. So I'm assuming it has something to do with love. But the cards aren't showing it. But I'm assuming, just knowing you, that it has something to do with love. Or something to do with, like I said, Mercury is the ruler of your relationships. It is in Pisces and it is retrograde for most of the month. So it has to do with an obvious truth, something that you have been thinking about and mulling over for a while, and now you just... Mercury retrograde makes your intuition, Pisces, very strong. And you're just going to be saying stuff. All the water signs this month are just not here for it. They don't want anyone's opinion. They don't want anyone to tell them what they think they should do. They're just not here for it. And water signs, the message for you guys is so obvious this month. Is like, speak your truth, walk your path. Don't explain yourself to anybody and don't try to make them understand. Don't even disagree with them. Just let them say whatever they want and say, oh, okay, yeah, sure, and then go do what you want. Because there's a lot of judgment around there, and perhaps that's also what's making you hesitate. It's because you can feel, you know, that everybody's like looking and watching, and what's the deal? Like, There's just too much of a big moment. Sometimes Pisces gets overwhelmed, you know, like too much pressure. Gotta swim away. Gotta swim away a little bit. Too much. There's too much here. But I feel that this is an energy you will have to embrace, and I feel it should be you who embraces the fact that Uranus is leaving a part of your chart that was, you know, it's fine. It's just yay. Yeah, you just need to you need to say it. What is it that you don't want to say? Is the person not good enough? Is the person, have you waited too long? Are you bored? Are you scared that it won't get any better than it is now? I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, it's going to change everything, and you know it. I don't envy you. It's a difficult position to be in your own season, to have Mercury go retrograde in your sign. Like, what kind of joke is this? Like, you're not mutable enough. You needed Mercury, like, you know, pulling backwards. Like, okay. But the intuition will be strong, so in a lot of ways, it will enhance Pisces season. This Pisces season is more Pisces than most that have come before, just because Mercury does, you know, pull us into that space, and you're already 12th house, like we talked about in the introductory video. So the truths that have to be spoken now are quite deep ones, you know. Truth from the other side that only the Pisces can bring. The fish with the ring in the stomach. The fish that holds the prize, the gift, the truth. The fish that held Jonah until he understood, and held space for Jonah until he understood. It's a good way to look at it, huh? And then when it's time for Pisces to speak, everybody shudders, because everybody knows that you're going to say some shit that's like... And everyone has to take a second to wonder if it was really necessary for you to be quite that savage. But, of course, the reason it's so savage is because it is so true, and yet so healing, and yet it is a very salty way to heal a wound. But, of course, salt water. Of course. You see how the cards don't feel the need to say anything else. It's just because it's such a strong read so far. You're undecided about what you need to do and what you need to say. And when Pisces gets in that bag, oh man, you can waste a lot of time. But ultimately, you will decide, of course, 6 of Swords, to do what is right for you, which is to protect your intellectual and emotional self. Those swords are the ones that you take with, because nothing else was worth salvaging. Is it great to have to say the true thing? Is it wonderful to be the purveyor of truth? Does it make you popular and win you lots of friends and give you really super stable relationships? No! Pisces isn't about any of that. But Pisces will tell you how it is. And you're reassessing a lot. You know, it's like you're saying how it is, and either you're taking it all the way or you're going away. It's an extreme season, but of course it is. Life must come back. Aries must have something to run with and set to fire, right? Pisces is the one that gives you that. So the Moon and the King of Wands. New moon coming up early March in Pisces, and then we go into Aries season. So what I see here is a seamless journey. It's a rushing rapid stream. We're going to, as you are going to, as Pisces, just swim through the season as long as you don't get caught. Once you walk that truthful, walk it like you talk it, once you make that pivotal decision to not care about the consequences, but to say it because it is the right thing. And I think that'll happen early March, so in like 10 days or so. After that new moon, I feel like until Aries season, things will just be one huge upward swell. Just riding the crest of that wave. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers, and under that, Queen of Cups, and then Justice. So heavy Libra energy here. Okay. Heavy Libra energy. Are you in love with a Libra, Pisces? It's looking like it. I mean, the Libra seems regretful and very sad about something or other. And the King of Wands there, we'll look at it when I show you the cards here. This is some tea right here. What is going on? So there's love indicated, there's abundance, there's connection, but there's also regret. Be careful who you're meeting right now, Pisces. Be careful of what they're about. If there's somebody new coming into your life right now, the way this Four of Cups and Lovers card is set up, it looks like something that later, like that Libra, that's going to cause you a lot of pain. Way more pain than it's worth, because that person's not exactly who you think they are. You know, the moon there too, giving that hint of like, ooh, I don't know, you know. The moon is always about revealing a little too much. And then the Lovers card is associated with deceit. And then you have the Libra, you know, in between all of it. And then the Four of Cups, regret. Nine of Cups, regret of how much there was and how much there was to be had. And now Eight of Swords, how little is left. So towards the end of the month, and for some of you Pisces that are really fast, it's already happening. There's a real chaotic situation brewing here in your love life that has to do with taking, it has to do with the Libra energy, and it has to do with standing to lose a lot on all sides. So, you know, make sure the paperwork is good. Make sure whatever step you're taking right now, look 4 years into the future. What does it look like? Will you look back and say, oh my God, I should have never done that. What was I thinking? Or will you be super glad and feel fulfilled by it? There's opportunity even in this. There's a Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck now. But, you know, if you can avoid falling head over heels for somebody right now, especially with the Mercury retrograde, I would avoid it. I know that's hard to say to a Pisces, but I would avoid it, because I feel like as soon as we get into mid-April, you'll be like, oh my God, what was I doing? How did I throw away so much? Or what did I do? Or how did I mess that up so bad? So if you're thinking of, you know, throwing your life at somebody and saying, hey, I really like you, hold off for a whole month before you have any more thoughts about that. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. But do contemplate and do say the things that need to be said, because that's only a symptom of a greater thing that you are not saying. There's a greater thing, you know, the moon, if you're dealing with another Pisces or a Cancer, there's the Six of Swords, moving away from. There's things you have to say and things that have to be said to you, you know, karmic like realities that have to be spoken and measures that have to be taken. And then King of Wands, you know, that Aries season sitting there just waiting to light a match to all this. Hey, if there's going to be gasoline in the fire, you know Aries is going to light it up. So it's real important not to put too much more fuel in the water right now. Yeah, what an interesting read. I had no idea it would go this way. Huh. Strong Pisces energy, though. This is what Pisces energy does. It goes, you know, a fish will be going like this, and then it knows exactly what it's doing. It just looks random and like arbitrary to us. It knows exactly what's up. It's just like this reading. It just went All right, well, let's look at it. I mean, Pisces, the cards are speaking. The light is beautiful. The vector sweatshirts have an even bigger design and have the coolest graphic on the back. The logo is on the back. And shout out Goddess Provisions for my new pillow, which I love. And happy birthday. You guys are the primordial soup of a glue that holds us all together, and you close off every beautiful year with your beautiful energy that just gushes straight out of your heart. And that is so obvious here, even in the midst of all this chaos. Your heart shines through as always, and we are so grateful for you. Love you so much. Let's look at these cards, and I'll see y'all in London. It's almost sold out, people. Hi, Pisces. Okay, well, let's start from the beginning. And any clarification we want to do, let's do in the extended. Right now, we're just more looking at the story. So we have major arcana associated with Pisces. We have the two fish represented in the infinity symbol here, and the trap that it's easy for Pisces to fall into. This is also a trap that a lot of people fall into during Pisces season. Becoming overwhelmed. Things are revealed. People don't know how to handle them. You can sense here that this is coming. And so at the beginning of the month, there is this deep uncertainty. You know, but you don't know, but you know. And what you know more than anything, and what will become so clear, is that you must move, change, relate in a different way, or just give your partner some space, but somehow there is distance now. The new moon comes in on the 5th, and we enter a period of stasis until Aries season on the 20th. During this stasis season, in between times, the question of love, especially if it's with a Gemini, the question of fidelity and power, commitment, devotion, all of these themes come into play. How loyal are you? How trustworthy are you? What kind of contracts have you signed? And it's important to, if it is a Gemini that you're interested in, it's important here to hit the brakes a little bit until your confusion passes. It's also important not to trust this person right away. If you're dealing with a Libra and this person is very open to you and you feel very open to them, it makes me sad to think that it may not last, because it's a strange period right now, and anyone you meet, you may find out in a little bit wasn't worth the effort. So there can be some sadness here. If the moon isn't listened to, if the right intentions aren't being set by this new moon, you could easily find yourself entangled in something messy just because Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And then here is that ever-present choice. Do we bask in gratitude for all that we have? Or do we create situations that will leave us alone, isolated, unloved? There is a potential in every situation. New things are all the time being revealed depending on what direction we decide to swim in. And here I think the direction is easy. The direction is love, but only after giving up what you may feel had you very stuck, and giving it up for someone who you feel could really be the one, an air sign. Now, if you're not dealing with anyone, you don't want to deal with anyone, okay. The Ace of Cups is about that love energy coming to you and you not needing to fit the mold of it, which is refreshing. So even if you're not ready for somebody, it's a nice distraction. Great birthday gift, Ace of Cups. The Lovers, the Moon, Judgment, Justice. It covers the major themes and it says a lot, but more than any of those things, it says that the decisions that are being made now are very final, but they are the best thing that can happen to you. Even if you can't see it, but I think you can see it. All right, Pisces, happy birthday. Happy Pisces season, happy Lunar New Year. Check out the website for all the info on extended readings and merchandise and tickets for London and all the rest of it. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the extended.